Yo, yo, Steady Rap Podcast. It's your boy Try with the first episode of Try This, new segment that I'm doing every week. I'm gonna be, discussing for about 5 minutes, the newest album releases or movies in the theaters or, comic books, new pickups I got. And it's something I wanted to do for a long time. And, I decided to do it for this episode for this month, the end of March. Well, going into the end of March. And I'm gonna start it off with the new album from Justin Timberlake, Everything I Thought I Was, which was released last week, March 15th. And I've been playing it for a whole week. And this is just like my quick thoughts on it. I think the album is definitely banging. It features production from Timberland and, Circuit, Calvin Harris. You got Ryan Tedder from One Direction, Danger. I mean, not One Direction, One Republic. You got Danger, Circuit, Rob Knox, Angel Lopez, a whole cast of different beat makers for this album. And off the rip, I do love it. It's already better than Justin's last album, Man in the Woods. And it's a dance album mostly. He only has really about maybe like one true ballad, which was called Alone, where it's like he's singing and he has like over some pianos. That's like really his one true ballad on the album, but he has some mid tempo joints as well. But it's mostly a dance album. He dropped the first single, Selfish, in January. He dropped another single called Drown, and I just saw the video for that last week on YouTube. They're not really promoting that single. He dropped a new single also, called No Angels. And that's fire. That's another dance record. So he has a lot of dance records on this album. You have joints like Memphis, the first track from the album where he's giving an ode to his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. And talking about how he put on for his city, and I love that joint. You got Technicolor, which was there's a beat switch in that. That's another dance record. It starts off melodic and then it picks up, toward the middle of the track, and I think that should be a single. You got Sanctified with Toby Navigui. Hope I'm saying his name right. That was another you know up tempo joint. Kind of jazzy, and it has like some gospel. You know a gospel sound to that. That should be a single also. He actually performed that on, I think it was the Jimmy Fallon show. He performed that track. So I think at some point that's gonna be a single. You got joints like Paradise with NSYNC reunion. They on the album. That's another thing. He only has like 3 features on here. You got the joint Paradise with NSYNC. You got the Sanctified joint with Toby Nwigwe, and you got a joint with Fireboy DML. Never heard of him, but he's on a joint with Justin. And I like it. I like the production. It's a dance record. It's a feel good record. Justin had said on the Jimmy Fallon show that he recorded this album during the pandemic. It's 18 bangers, and I could only imagine the leftover joints that didn't make the album, but it's definitely a dance record, a feel good record. Like I said, like I was playing this for a week, and I already enjoy it. Compared to the last album he put out. There are some filler tracks. You got a joint called Conditions, which was the last track on the album. I didn't think that should have been the last track on the album. I actually think the NSYNC joint Paradise should have been the last track to close the album out. You got a joint called Play, Imagination. Those are okay. They're not, to me they were like album filler, but he definitely got some bangs on here. I like what I'm hearing. He's picking the right singles. I know he's going on tour, world tour coming up, and like I said, my ranking, I'm gonna give this a 4.5. I think it's one of his best albums, and it's good to see Justin back on the scene and giving us that dance music, the pop hits. Back with Timberland, and he brought on some other beat makers like Calvin Harris and Circuit and Ryan Tedder from One Republic, and definitely you get an assorted sound on this album. And yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely be banging this album for like next couple of months. And I'm definitely looking forward to him going on the world tour. So all the Justin fans, if you're a Justin fan, if you heard the album, let me know in the comments your favorite records, your least favorite joints on off the album. You only got 3 features on here. Let me know if anybody could have been on the album. And if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me know that you didn't care for the record. Subscribe to the channel, Danny Rap Podcast. I'm gonna be back next week with another Try This episode. Peace.